What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut. You are live with your boy Unique, and today I want to get into how our San Antonio Spurs can compete next year. Before I get started though, if you haven't taken the time to hit that subscribe button, make sure you do. You're definitely helping out our channel. Not to mention we got a ton of prizes to give away, and all you have to do to be entered to win is be an active subscriber and leave comments in the comments section. Without further ado, let's get into the San Antonio Spurs and how they can compete next year. What two moves do they need to have happen? So we'll start with the number one move is the Spurs get lucky in the draft and land the number one draft pick. And then we're going to look at the free agent they would need to pick up. With these two moves, the Spurs would be in a position to be successful. So with the number one draft pick, of course, we're going to have the Spurs select V-Dub, Victor Wembanyama. Remember, you heard that nickname here first, right here on Cloud9 Radio, V-Dub. And then for our free agent, we're going to look at Kristaps Porzingis. The reason we're going to go after KP is because we don't want Victor Wembanyama to have to play the center position. We'd rather have him at that 4 position, and KP is a really good player. So we want to offer KP somewhere along the lines of a 3 and hopefully have it front loaded. That way it's descending in value and also coming off the books once it's time to re-sign Victor Wembanyama and Jeremy Sochan. So let's look at how these two moves could actually help the Spurs next year. Looking at the starting lineup, you're probably going to have to run Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson at the guards, Jeremy Sochan, Victor Wembanyama, and Kristaps Porzingis at the center. With 2 7-footers to start the game, these guys are both mobile and can play inside or out. The Spurs would have a definite size advantage, something like the Cleveland Cavaliers have. Now, Keldon Johnson could have some problems on defense, but having Jeremy Sochan and 2 7-footers should help out there. Plus, with the Spurs, they're going to want to play that funnel-style defense the Spurs are known for, where you defend the three-point line and funnel the players into the 2 bigs. On offense, you're going to see Jeremy Sochan looking like a point small forward. Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson can bring the ball up the court a little bit as well, but mostly to start the games, Jeremy Sochan will be running that point forward. Coming off the bench, it does get a little bit interesting depending on if the Spurs decide to re-sign Tre Jones. For Tre Jones, I'm looking at 3 years, $27 million, $30 million max. I really think $10 million is a lot to pay for a backup point guard. However, Tre Jones has shown the capabilities to start when needed. Off the bench, you're definitely going to have Malachi Brannon, Devontae Graham, Blake Wesley, Doug McBuckets, Charles Bassey, Zach Collins, possibly Mamu, and Dominique Barlow. That's a solid bench. I think that'll give the Spurs a chance to compete in the West. We're not saying they're going to be a championship caliber team just yet, but I think that team can compete for a top 6 spot and be firmly in the playoffs. Guys, how do y'all feel about the prospect of picking up Victor Wembanyama and KP, Kristaps Porzingis, to be his center? All right. Got a couple bonuses before I get out of there, guys. If the Spurs really wanted to go all in after getting that number one draft pick and picking up KP, you could see them renounce the rights to players such as KBD, Tre Jones, to mention a few, and go after a superstar point guard in Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving would be an interesting situation to go after with some of his views, but you cannot deny this man can play basketball. Also, another player you can look at if you wanted to keep the starting lineup the same and not have to move either Keldon, Sochan, or Vassell to the bench, you can look at Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo is a player that has been getting healthier and getting better since coming back from injury. Another explosive player the Spurs could add to their roster to try to make a run as soon as next season. So Spurs fans, how do y'all feel about these two moves? Victor Wembanyama and Kristaps Porzingis. Would you like to see that twin tower double 7-foot combo in action? Let me know in the comments, and your boy is out. Peace.